2, 3, 4.
Good morning, my brothers and sisters. On this episode 332 live of the Good Morning Guys podcast, thank you so much for joining us on this fine morning, afternoon, evening, or night as we talk about the game of life amidst the other games we love to watch and play. I am one of your hosts, still sick a little bit, a Scarlet Witch main in Marvel Rivals, a guy who loves sharing the greatness of Long John Silver's, and the judge, the jury, and executioner of fake news and spoilers, Patrick Novacell. Hello. Alongside me, to my right or left, I don't know, the Brazilian mountaineer, the transition ninja, the guy, even though he doesn't want to be here, I'm hosting, and he's a big crybaby, and the guy who's rooting for the Minnesota Vikings this evening, Lucas Ham Swisher.
Woo-hoo. Shut up, Patrick.
You shut up first.
No, I said it first. My throat hurts. I'm a baby. I'm gonna act like it all night long.
All night long, all night. Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's good to be here.
Yes, it is. It is. We're battling through it, but we're just gonna battle through it. And then to my other left or right, handyman.
Let me just do this. Does that make it easier for you? The guy at the back of the bus.
Yeah,
Still doesn't know if it's right or left. That doesn't help him at all.
It's
now he's actually going to be wrong. Now if he says right or left, he's going to be wrong.
Yeah. Left, right here.
Yep.
Right there. Yep. The handyman Hank McCoy, our resident North Kakalakian, and the guy who wishes he could see Wicked for the first time all over again, Ryan Isley.
That's fair. Hi.
Hello.
Welcome. Howdy, hey.
Well, this
How
is
y'all doing?
weird to be in the middle. I feel like
you need to get him back over to the
here.
There we go.
That's way better.
Butt cheeks, two butt cheeks, and a crack in the middle. I like it.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, I can put myself in the middle, and then we'll be a reverse Oreo.
Yeah,
that's fine.
I like that.
Now I want it.
We'll see how that feels.
Oh yeah, that's the stuff.
Symmetry.
Reverse Oreo. Dip that in some milk and eat it up.
If you're a new joiner, welcome. If you're not new, well, you didn't know you wanted this reverse Oreo, and you got it.
We got it. We're just playing it for all to see.
Yeah. Well, you got me hosting 2 weeks in a row. That's got to be a record. That's absolutely got to be a record. If I do it next week,
very unnatural just to sit here like an idiot. Is this how you guys feel every week when I'm doing the opening? You just sit there and just like, God.
1,000%. Yes.
He's an idiot. I'm an idiot. We're idiots.
Exactly. Remember that episode, We're Idiots? Yeah, that was one of our.
Yeah, we kind of just sit here like goobers and wait for you to finish talking.
Yep, it's great. I like it, but I don't.
All right. Well, got that out of the way. The intro's done. Next on the agenda is
you have an agenda?
I don't know.
I like you. You're a cool guy.
Yeah. Let me check my spreadsheets and my Bunsen burners
out. Check your agenda.
Let's do the GMG. What's new news? I'm pretty sure that was trademarked.
What's new news?
Ooh, I like that.
Man, you got to have that on your little soundboard. You know what I mean?
I wish, like that, but I don't think we can add
Why
sounds.
Why is my face so huge? Did I push a button?
Did you push a button again?
I didn't do anything, but I'm like,
come on, Pastor.
Hey,
you did get big. I don't know why it got big.
Back up. Get up off that thing.
Get up off of that thing.
It wants in your beard. The camera wants your beard.
It does want your beard. That beard is looking good, though.
Only a few more days.
You might be feeling sick, but that beard got the drip.
Nah. What's funny is if I go low enough, you can't even tell I have it. It's so bottom heavy, and then I just like
it
an
keeps
ice
going and
Oh,
going like the
Wait,
Energizer Bunny.
is it coming to time for that to be shaved off?
It is. We are with it. My days are numbered with this
Oh
beard. I have to tell you
no.
what, I'm ready.
Yeah?
I get food and drink and everything in it all the time, and I don't know it. I can't feel anything.
I
Wait,
let
let
you just
you out
live
and be
in.
like, babe, you got something on your
There was
Yeah,
so
and then
much
Mindy's
Long
like,
John
you got stuff on your
Silver's.
beard. Oh yeah, I probably did. It was like it was like putting pomade in my beard. A little
I don't want
Long
fuck.
John's grease.
Dapper Dan man.
Yeah, I'm a dapper damn man. Look at this geographical oddity. 20 minutes for everything.
All right, Lucas, while you're talking, might as well just go into your
All right.
update. As
Yeah,
is
man.
tradition for the person who
well, I
wasn't
have
here
a
last
voice.
week.
As is
That's right,
tradition.
that's me.
Let's go.
I'm back from the dead, even though I'm not. I feel very much dead still. My newest symptom, I've gone through just about everything. My newest symptom is sore throat. And but I did pray. And I sprayed some chloroseptic right there. Sore throat. Fast acting. Actually, I sprayed it in my beard first before I sprayed it in my throat. I can confirm it numbs the beard and the throat.
Oh my gosh.
So it works on everything that has that fires neurons, that has feeling. It numbs. It's
I
great.
gotta
Did
tell
you
you,
know
that
that you're not
chloroseptic
supposed
spray.
to swallow that?
Nuh-uh.
What?
Apparently,
No.
there's one of them that's like you're just supposed to spray it in your throat, swish it around, and then spit it out.
Now, I
Oh
will
my
say,
goodness.
it says apply to the affected area 1 spray. I sprayed at least 5 times.
Yeah, every 5 minutes.
I do too.
Let me see what else this.
You're gonna have like that addiction to this, like Afrin, and you're screwed,
Right?
man.
Yeah, exactly.
I can quit Afrin whenever I want. How long you been using Afrin? 27 years.
Yeah, all of a sudden I'm not spraying. I'm just like glug, 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 just drinking it. This thing
Maybe it's
works
not that
great.
one.
I can't feel my tongue. I can't feel my mouth. It's
Not
wonderful.
coughing.
I'm not coughing at all. Not got no pain in my mouth. Yeah. So I've been through the gamut the past week and a half. I left Patrick's and I had a little bit of a cough. And I was like, okay, here we go. We got to fight this. We're going to conquer. At this point, I'm feeling pretty good. I had stood out in the cold on New Year's Day in front of a fire, watching football, hanging out with family and friends. And I was like, I can face anything now. And then we got back to my in-laws and it just fell apart. The wheels came off the Swisher wagon. And by that Saturday, I felt like I was going to die. Like I
Dysentery?
I don't know what I had. And it was so bad that I would wake up and I would drink and eat something. And then within 20 minutes, I needed a nap. And so I just went back to bed and I would sleep for 2-3 hours. Then I'd come out and eat and drink something. Then 10-15 minutes later, I felt like I'd gone on a run. Like I was just like, I'm exhausted. And I did that for at least 2, if not 3 days. It was terrible. Like, and I did have a fever off and on.
Usually when I have fevers, that's how I feel. I just
but
I'll
the thing
eat,
is, the
drink,
fever
and then
broke.
lay down.
The fever broke multiple times. I woke up in sweat and I'm like, okay, we're good. I'm past it. No.
And then you start shivering again. You're like, son of a bitch.
4 hours later, and I'm like, yeah.
Dang.
So my fever broke like 3 or 4 times in 2 or 3 days. And then I got a cough, and then earlier, I don't know, last week. So out of the 10 days, I don't know how long it's been now. Time is relative. Like, I don't even know how long it's been. I think it's been a week and a half since I was at Pat's.
It's been 1 week since you looked
1 week since me.
since I felt good.
But at some point, it started to go down into my chest, and I could feel my chest vibrating when I would breathe. And I'm like, great, here comes pneumonia. Let's do this. And so then I started, all this time I'm taking all kinds of different medications. My favorite is the concoction that my sister-in-law said. She's like, you get yourself some warm water, then you get some apple cider vinegar. You get about 2-3 tablespoons of that. sprinkle a bunch of cinnamon in it, and then fill it full of raw, unpasteurized honey. Then stir that together and drink that down. And probably in 4 days, I had like 3 or 4 a day.
Is that a
Just
medicine
drinking
ball?
that. I don't know. It's something. It's better than the alternative. I have a friend in Brazil. He's probably going to be mad at me for not doing it, but he gave me a recipe that he said will knock anything out. And you take an onion, you chop it up, you put it in a cup, you cover it in honey, and it's onion and garlic, and then you cover it in honey, and then you let it sit for 24 hours to ferment, and then you take a tablespoon of that every 3 or 4 hours until whatever you got's gone. I didn't man up to do that. I thought, oh, I'll knock this out. And it's really because she gave me that drink, the medicine ball drink. And then I was amidst of that, I was taking other stuff too, like Dayquil, NyQuil, Mucinex, like all kinds of, I was making all kinds of cocktails and just combining medicines, taking vitamin C, taking zinc.
Zycam? You throw some Zycam in there too?
I didn't do any Zycam. So I've been doing that. And then probably 4 days ago, I felt energy return to me. And I was like, okay, I got energy. We're on the back end of this. We got this. Let's go. In the midst of that, my daughter, my son, my wife, my mother-in-law all got hit with it. My brother-in-law, like it made its way through all the family. I felt so bad. But I got the energy back a few days ago. And then yesterday I started getting a sore throat, and now it's like killing me. And this is the only thing I can think. I got to get back to Brazil. I got to get out of here. Because seriously, every time I step outside, it sucks the energy out. The 20, 30 degree weather just kills me. And we went to Walmart today, went on like a little shopping spree. What we usually do at the end of our trip. And the first 45 minutes, I was like, okay, I'm okay. And then I just felt it. And then by the end, I was like, I want to go home. I'm done. I don't I don't want anything. Mindy's like, do you want this or that? I'm like, no. I just turned into a big angry baby. I was just
temper tantrum.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't want any of this. I want to go home. So we got home and we had dinner. And then I was like, oh, I got to record this stupid podcast. Stupid boys. No, I love you guys. I really did. It's not that I didn't want to do any of those things. It's just, you just feel like crap and you just don't want to.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I can't. I'm such a big baby. I can't see past my pity party. So, but I will say, and I told Patrick
to
this.
Have your pity party. It's
Thank you.
I'm still going to bust your balls, but.
Speaking of that, I didn't buy it, but I stumbled upon a Guaraná root beer called Balls at a store here in Mount Vernon. I actually intended to go back, but it was the last day that I actually felt okay. And it's the day when it tipped the scales to where I, like the next 3 or 4 days, I don't remember anything. It was like a fever dream. But I have a picture of it right here. I'll show you on my screen. Balls.
Oh, balls. Yeah.
Balls.
So you say that, but I saw it too. Balls. Well, there's my wife, my mother-in-law, and my sister-in-law. Oh, wrong way. Yeah, so Balls Guaraná root beer. I really want to try it, but I don't know if I was going to get to this time. But anyways, one good thing that comes from being sick, and this has also been a bad thing because once you get
done nothing but gaming.
Trail, I don't know about some of these people when they get sick and they're like, I don't feel like doing anything. I'm like, are you kidding me? When I'm sick, it's the only thing I can do besides watch. I mean, I could watch TV, but that's like, if I'm going to watch TV, I'm just going to go take a nap because I'd rather just sleep than sit and just mindlessly watch. I played video games. Like I played a bunch of video games.
Did you finish any games?
I mean, I completed now 10 times Hades.
Of course.
I completed 10 runs in 13 days. Is that
42 more to go and you got it?
Yeah. 42 more to go. I'm kind of on a roll to double what I said maybe because it'll slow down. Once I get back to reality, once I get back to real life, I will slow down a lot and I will play other games. I'm determined this year to play other games, to not just, but Hades and Dead Cells. And now
I was about to say,
you got Splintered Fate.
Yeah.
I got that bug for Splintered Fate. There was one day in the heat of it all, I did a run with like every single turtle, some of them twice. Like I just kept going. I was like, oh, just one more. And I think I've gotten, Patrick, can you confirm the rooftops chapter 4? Is that the final like
It is.
enemy area?
Shredder is the final boss.
Is the boss
after
there.
Rooftops.
Yeah, I remember
Yep.
that from when we played together. So I've gotten there multiple times, but man, I get to the rooftops and I don't know what them fools are made out of, but they're made out of something different than the others because they whoop me. They whoop me real good. I had a Donatello run where I had the ooze coming out my ears. Like it was just like I didn't even have to fight most of the time. I just dashed everywhere and then I just watched the life melt. But then I got to the rooftops, and those dudes are made of a lot more HP than the others.
Yes,
and
they are.
They were like,
they
we don't
do
care
not-
about your ooze.
and they do not stop swinging. And I was trying to dash, get away, and I'm like, oh my gosh, they're all over me. And so I got a few rounds in. I don't even think I've made it to the shop yet, the first shop in the rooftop. But it's all good. I'm pouring into my dragon coins and my dreamer coins, which is the mirror, pretty much the dark mirror of Hades.
Yeah.
And I just love, like, I just do it like I do with Hades, where I just do a different turtle every time. I have to say I haven't picked a favorite turtle yet. I'm kind of sad that Leo is definitely not my favorite. I think it's between Donatello and Raph right now are my favorites. I don't know what it is about them. Raph seems a little hardier, and I like his E Honda special where he just like
that's fun.
he just size the crap out of him. But then Donatello, I like his big swing, his big circular swing, and then his long reach. I really like his reach with his bow staff. But for some reason, Mikey is not. I don't maybe it's just because it's early on, but Mikey, like, I love his area of effect and he's like good crowd control, but he seems like a glass cannon to me. Like I keep losing a lot of life with him, and I don't even know if there's a life difference. It might have been, I'd say the last few runs, I really amped up my health and my static stats that you level up so that you start with more health and start with more power. So he's probably the next one I'm gonna do when I do another run with it. But I'm enjoying it. I'm loving it. I got the itch. It's got that roguelike feel to it where you're just going. You get enough progress to where you see new things. I can consistently get through the first 3 areas without even popping a Splinter Revive. So once I get to those rooftops, it's just like they can take out my Splinter Revive in like 2 hits. And I'm like, what the heck is happening? So we'll get there. So that's been good. I've been doing that. Hades, a little bit of Dead Cells, not very much. I also have to share with the kids because they're just tearing it up in Tears of the Kingdom. Loving that. And then I'm also trying to be with family and hang out with their, with all the family. And not just be a gamer dad. But besides that, there's not much else to say. Oh, I met up with Patrick. So my son left a stuffed animal, and he left a cup made of Legos at the Nova Cells. It's almost like we did it on purpose. I think subconsciously we kind of did.
Yeah.
And Patrick was like, at first I was like, hey, Patrick, do you mind mailing that to us? He's like, I'd rather not. I'd rather meet you at Long John Silver's. And I'm like, well, I can't say no to that. So we met up at a Long John Silver's KFC hybrid, which was an experience. I have some ratings to give. I have some feedback.
That's the first time I've ever been to one of those as well.
Yeah. So Patrick, that was the first time for Patrick.
And KFC.
Let me just say that the best chicken tenders in the house are not found at KFC.
Word
up,
man.
It was Long John Silver's. Now, I will say that when you look at a fish tender stick, whatever they're called, and a chicken tender at Long John Silver's, they look exactly the same minus the shape. So that is a little weird. Like the breading is they did not change.
You can't tell the
They're
difference
like,
by looking at it.
You cannot tell a difference other than the shape.
Oh my god.
Yeah. And so, but I tell you what, man. The KFC there, just terrible.
But man,
They overcooked the chicken like I've never seen. And we get
Okay.
KFC in Brazil. So for me, it was just like, I'm not getting KFC. My son got KFC. Clark, Patrick's son, got KFC. I was like, you kids be kids, you get what you want. But I got priorities here. I gotta get Long John Silver's. I got one fish. What is it? Fish stick? That sounds fish tender?
Fish.
It's
I got
gotta be a
one
fish stick,
fish
right?
and one chicken. I don't even think they add an extra word. They're just like, do you want two chickens or one chicken, one fish?
1 pound fish.
Fish?
Very, very
Yeah,
good.
so
1 pound fish.
I got one chicken, one fish. I got, instead of the fries, I got more hush puppies. I'm pretty sure
Heck
they
yeah.
gave me one extra hush puppy. I was like, you know what? Whatever.
Wait, they gave you one extra hush puppy for
should have
extra
gotten-
hush puppies?
You should have gotten 3 hush puppies. He got 1.
Yeah, they shorted
my
me 2 hush
gosh.
puppies. So I wasn't in the mood to be a Karen, so I didn't say anything. I just went with it. I had my son try it. Hush puppies are great. They're classic. I will say they don't taste as Long John Silvery as I remember. They had a more distinct flavor as a kid, and I don't know if it was just
Pat, do you have a
me
cookout
or
near
what.
you?
A cookout?
Yeah. Do you
Like,
have
yeah, he has a
Y'all
grill.
don't have
He
cookout
cooks
up
out.
that far, do you?
I don't think so.
I don't know what that is.
It's like burgers, fries, hush puppies.
Hush puppies. Where'd that come from? You don't cook out with hush puppies.
Yeah, it's a mishmash of things.
All right.
Hmm.
It's cool.
I was trying to think if there was one up there because they got really good hush puppies.
Do they? Nice.
Mhm.
What makes a hush puppy a hush puppy? Do we know? Like, I never. I didn't look it
They
up.
were used to back in olden times for the
The
slaves
days
when
of
they were.
yore.
Yeah,
The slaves made the best stuff. You know what?
they did.
We look back on those times and we're like, a bad time for humanity. But you know what? Good things came out
But
of
we
it.
got hush puppies and
Good
some
food.
banging chicken from it.
Banging chicken, banging hush puppies. There are some foods that came out of that God bless.
They were
God bless
they would throw
all
like
those
the
who were enslaved and
cornmeal
persevered.
at the dogs that were chasing them because it would
Yeah.
make the dogs stop chasing them. Hence the term hush puppy.
Oh,
the
wow.
closest
History
cookout-
lesson. I feel like you just dropped a Mark fact. Ryan fact.
And the closest cookout for us is an hour and 40 minutes south of us in Lexington, Kentucky.
Dang.
Yeah.
That's far away.
So they hadn't gotten all the way up to.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, you might as well just get a hush puppy at Long John Silver's. So, anyways, back to
Fine with me.
KFC.
Are they
John's-
big at least? Were they big? Or were they kinda
there's
like-
a lot of
There was a lot of
ratio
breading.
of breading and actual
Too
bread
much.
was 50-50.
Yeah, I didn't
No.
care for that.
Okay.
I
No.
thought there was too much breading. I
There's way
needed
too much
more.
You don't need a ton of
Hush
breading
puppy
for
flesh.
hush puppies.
No, you don't. But food wise, the fish and the chicken, good. I liked it. I give them 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10. For that. I did think- Yeah.
Let's
Long John
go!
Silver's fish and chicken. You're giving a
Yeah.
9 out of 10.
Land and sea. Let's go. I put some little tartar sauce on the fish, just some of it. Yeah, I'm gonna give it 9 out of 10 because I wasn't even that hungry, and I ate it. I was like, you know what, this is good. I like it. I will say the KFC chicken was a 5 out of 10. Like, just
That much?
There was
you would give it a
chicken.
5 out of 10? Oof.
Well,
it looked like
see,
shriveled up. It's been in the
it
air
did
fryer
look
for
like
6
shriveled up
days.
something.
End my
So-
suffering, please.
Yeah. Yeah, I probably should adjust. I'm gonna say 3 out of 10 for the KFC, but I have to the 9 out of 10 is too much for KFC, or for Long John Silver's. I go with.
Did
I'll
you
go with
have
8.
any of the KFC chicken tender? Did you eat?
Yeah, I took a bite of it. It was gross.
Was it? Okay.
Was it not? Did you not taste the 11 herbs and spices?
I mean, they cooked They cooked 8 of the spices out of it. Like, they cooked it so much that 8 of the spices ceased to exist. So there was 3 spices left.
No.
Now, where things even plummeted more was the ambiance and the restaurant. The restaurant itself was a hybrid between it was a color palette swap. It was
I've been in the
it was
one
like
that's-
there was they forgot the DLC. Like, there was nothing. It was bare bones. Like,
Yeah.
there were some chairs, there were some tables. The KFC wall was painted KFC colors, and the Long John Silver's was painted
Yep.
Long John Silver's colors, which I don't even remember what it was, like gray. Different shades of gray.
There's a blue strip, and that was
I was
about
about to say gray and
Yeah.
blue and like yellow a little bit.
And then they had no heating
Oh
naturally
no!
in the building. All there were 2 space heaters on shelves that glowed.
Did you go off on like a
red,
highway or something?
It was terrible.
Man.
It was freezing.
It was
in
bad.
there. I think they're the reason I got sick again. The reason my throat hurts.
It's quite possible.
It's quite possible. So we hung out there. We ate. It was nice. Our sons. I did try a Sweet Lightning Mountain Dew, which was peach and honey. I didn't think it was that bad, but Patrick said it tastes like
Tastes like vomit water. That was
water.
Man.
Oh!
I took a sip of it and I was like, no. I wanted to spit it out. It
What
was
is
that bad.
vomit water? Oh!
I don't know what vomit water is.
It's what
Patrick's
it
being
like.
a little bit extreme.
Have you ever smelled that like that stuff they put on throw up in the middle of like school hallways?
Like
that's what it
the
tasted
desiccate
like.
stuff that they
That's
put
what
on
it
there.
tasted like.
Oh,
your taste buds are broken. You've had too much Long John Silver. So, anyways, we had that, and then we were like, well, we can't just hang out at this crappy place. We got to go somewhere cool. And so James and Patrick put their heads together, and they found video game. What was it called?
Express.
Yeah, Video Game Express. So we went to Video Game Express, and we perused the shelves of many a game. We had actually for Christmas my nephew bought my son Tears of the Kingdom, and I had already purchased Tears of the Kingdom for my kids. Goes to show you, don't buy stuff when you know a bunch of people are buying for your kids. Wait, and I even knew this. Yeah. Wait, just don't do anything, because not only that, in order to get our copy of Tears of the Kingdom, a lot of that money came from me selling my Vita, which if I had waited, I could have sold to Patrick to give to his boy, and that would have been a way better use of the Vita. And I regret that to this day. I almost want to go back to West Virginia and be like, give me this back. And then,
you don't deserve this.
Yeah. So anyways, we went to Video Game Express, and it was nice. Patrick found a game. He found Shaolin Monks, little Mortal Kombat RPG from PS2 era.
Yep.
Let me see that.
Get it out.
Because that sounds familiar.
We traded in our Tears of the Kingdom for Super Mario Wonder. So,
oh yeah, have you played it yet?
Super Mario Wonder. No, we haven't played it yet. We'd like to get it on the big screen to play multiplayer. So there it is.
Okay.
Little fuzzy. I don't think I played that one. Little fuzzy, little glary. There we go. I see Goro.
I do.
It's like somebody's hugging there. Goro, or Goro's hugging someone.
Was that like an RPG?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't think I ever played that one.
Now, one of the things that happened that my son is very disappointed in, 2 of the last gaming places we went to, he stumbled upon digital databases for Pokemon cards. And there was one place, I think I told you guys, but now I don't remember if I did. He got like 31 brand new like cards he's never owned for $3.11.
Oh, wow.
Like, beautiful.
Got a bunch of cards that he's always wanted, never gotten. And so then at this place, the Video Game Express, they don't have a database with individual cards, but they have packs like you can get, and they're mystery packs. And so he spent like $7.50 getting, and he got one new card.
Dang.
And he immediately had buyer's remorse. He was even so desperate when Clark got his cards. James was like, "Can you want to trade after you look at your cards? You want to trade? We can trade."
Yeah.
And Clark's like, "Let me open them first." Like, like, calm down, man. Just calm down. But yeah, so he learned. I think he learned his lesson. I think he's past the point where he can just buy packs, because he gets so many packs and he gets so many repeats, and we're finding that no places want to buy the repeats.
Yeah.
So he's only going to be buying from the digital databases and picking out the cards he wants. So, but yeah, we had fun there. We perused there for a good hour or so, and and got to hang out, got to hug like at least 15 dozen times.
Yeah,
so,
we stood there in the used video game store hugging in front of all the workers. It was
Yeah.
worth it.
Did you make
It was
eye
great.
contact with him while you were hugging? Like, you wish you could have this.
No, but I was thinking it. The last thing I'll say, like I said, we went to Walmart, and did you know there is a Dark Falcon Lego set? It's the new Lego set that I want now.
A Dark Falcon.
Dark Falcon. It's a Sith colored Millennium Falcon, and it has with it Beach Luke, which is I guess Luke Skywalker if he just totally abandoned being a Jedi. It has Jedi Vader, which is a white palette Vader with a blue lightsaber. It has Bounty Hunter C-3PO with red eyes
What
and
in
a
the
metal
world?
What
This
in
seems
the
like
Disney
this is
Marvel's
like-
What If is this?
this
I
is
know, right?
awesome. This is
I know, it has-
incredible.
It has double lightsaber Darth Rey with her cat-like eyes. Wait, I'm almost at 2 more, and I'm going to get to the creme de la creme. Darth Dev. I don't know who this is. This is the only one I didn't recognize. Darth Dev. I'm like, who's Dev?
Dev.
I don't know, but he's got long, like wavy hair. And then the creme de la creme, Darth Jar Jar.
Of
is
course.
a Lego double
Darth Jar Jar, yes.
Darth Jar Jar.
Misa thanks you.
How much was this?
It's $180.
Oh my God.
Oh,
It's in Walmart. And so it's from
Wow.
apparently it's from something called the Rebuild the Galaxy. I think it might show up in a Disney Plus or
Is that a
there's,
game?
like,
No,
cartoon.
is that
Is that a game? Rebuild the Galaxy? I thought it was.
I don't know, but
it's either a
this-
game or a
this
show.
needs to be-
That is it's something.
a Star Wars What If show. Like I would.
I know.
definitely
Oh,
watch
I would
that
so
kinda
watch
thing,
that.
Right?
Star Wars What If? Let's go. They need to totally make that.
A Star
You make
Wars What If would be
for
dope.
anything.
Star,
Star
Star
Wars
Wars What If would be real dope.
Super dope. So yeah. But yeah, that was in perusing Walmart, that was one of the fun things we came across in our perusing. So yeah, that's the update. Sickness, games, extra hangs with the Nova cells, and Lego sets.
Nice.
Back to you guys in the
All right.
studio.
Ryan, how about you,
Breaking
buddy?
news. Lego Star Wars Rebuild the Galaxy is a 4-part animated miniseries based on the Lego Star Wars franchise. So
It's on Disney
that-
Plus, right?
Disney Plus came out last year.
All right. Sounds like I'm gonna stop what I'm doing and watch that now.
Single
Right.
focus.
Treat it like
Nope.
24.
Yep. Just
Well, howdy, hey. Sorry that you're sick, Lucas
It's all
and
good.
Patrick. I know you're on the mend, but
I am. I'm
Yeah.
like 93%. I feel good.
enough to go to work.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Enough where I don't feel like I'm gonna hack on everyone while I'm in a meeting. So
That's
it's good.
I've not been sick, so y'all keep that over there. Y'all keep all those germs.
You're one of like 4 people in the nation not sick.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it's-
So Isley household, we're good right now.
Good for you.
You
Happy
hunker
for you.
down.
It probably helps that we don't really go anywhere or do anything. That's probably that helps.
That is true.
We're pretty much homebodies at this point. We go out and hang out every now and then. Just with select friends who we know that aren't licking
That aren't
doorknobs
sick.
like Lucas over there.
Yeah, man. We just can't help ourselves.
You
What
see a
does this
doorknob, you're like,
taste like?
why is this tempting me?
We don't have
Lord?
those in Brazil.
We don't have these doorknobs that taste like Pop-Tarts, that taste like Lucky Charms.
hmm
Magically delicious.
Yep. What else has been going on?
Got snacks in the grocery aisle, has just a bag of doorknobs. You're like, yeah, this is
Yep.
Chew on these
Mm,
doorknobs. Yep.
Doorknob gummies. My favorite.
Oh,
Mhm.
doorknob gummies. I miss those. Life has been just life. Not a whole ton of anything really going on. Work, honestly, it's just work. We had a snow day. That's what happened. They had a snow day.
Ooh.
or was it a snow day?
Just one?
Every kid's favorite
Hold
and
on.
every
Now I'm
parent's
thinking.
demise.
Yeah, it really was because they literally just went back to school this week. Like,
Yep.
You're
or
like,
last
come
week.
on,
Was it?
teachers, come on, admins, let them go to school, please. Just
I
let
think
them
it
go to
was.
school.
I guess
We're
it
gonna
hit
pack
us.
some jammies and some toothbrush and some toothpaste and a pillow. They're gonna sleep at school.
Did y'all get any
Yep.
snow from that snowstorm?
Yes, we got
we did.
11
When did it hit
inches
y'all? Because I think
On-
it hit us like days after.
on Sunday and Monday, and the kids were supposed to go back to school on Monday, and they were off both Monday and Tuesday because of how much snow we got. And then on Friday, we got another 3 inches, and the kids were off school on Friday as well.
Okay. I don't think our kids were ever out of school. I think they went every day. But was it Thursday? It was either Wednesday or Thursday. They had early dismissal. So they got out at like 11, which was I was like, why are you even taking them
Why?
to school? Why even bother?
Right.
like they're only gonna be there for a couple hours. Wow, it is 3rd and 21. That is insane.
Yeah, the Rams are up 7-0. Sorry.
Come on.
Breaking
on,
news.
Rams.
Rams are up
Back
7-0
Let the
with 9
Vikings
minutes
play.
to go in the first quarter.
Okay, well,
And-
Sam Darnold just looked like a deer in the headlights and just would not release the ball and got sacked for a loss of 20 yards.
Run away! Jeez.
It's
Hard to find good
insane.
help these
Anyway,
days.
yeah.
Anywho.
So we got a wintry mix. It started out as like light flurries and then just basically transferred all over to sleet and freezing rain.
Gross.
So yeah, that's all it was just freezing rain. And but the people around here can't drive in the snow. So there was all sorts of stupid people on the road. No one was flipped over on fire this time, as far as I know. But yeah, just we didn't bother trying to go out. The kids wanted to go out and play in the snow. The little bit that we had, I was like, go ahead, but it's mostly just ice. Just I heard every step that they took outside on the grass.
Yeah.
Just
crunch, crunch, crunch.
Just crunching the ice. Yeah. They had fun though, I guess. They were out there for like an hour. I was like, there's not that much to do. There's only ice. There's really not anything like you throwing ice balls at each other off the trampoline.
They'll fly
Ouch.
down the hills.
Yeah. So they were doing that. So they had fun with that.
Mhm.
So yeah, I guess they were out that one day. They called school. Did they call school the next day? I think they might have called school the next day. I can't remember. I had to ask Bernice. But they enjoyed it for the little bit that we got. And then typical North Carolina fashion, today was almost 60 degrees. So like,
Jeez.
Good gracious.
everything that was on the ground, it's gone now. All of
Yeah,
it.
it is.
But then again, typical North Carolina fashion. Next week we have another system that's supposed to be coming through.
Of course.
And like next Wednesday, the high is supposed to be 30. So this past week, I was just wearing my giant.
Out of here.
I was wearing
nasty.
my like giant Carhartt onesie to work. I was like, my boss isn't here. I don't care. I'm not wearing my uniform. I'm wearing warm. I'm being warm.
Yeah.
So that's how it's gonna be next week. Let's see. Fake life. What's going on? Video games. More video games. More Horizon.
Yeah. How far were you at in that without giving too many spoilers?
What is the mission that I just went and did? I'm supposed to be going to Plainsong to talk to the Utaru clan about their land gods going into a cave and
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I
vaguely
don't know how far
remember
that
that.
is.
You're about halfway.
Yeah, I don't know how far that is. What caught me off guard was like the last big thing that happened right before Aloy ended up being in the Utaru tribe, because there was that other girl that was also a clone of Elizabeth, and I was like, wait, there's two of them. I was like, yeah.
Yeah, that was a big moment.
I briefly thought about for a moment fighting those whatever those.
Oh, you know what? You're like quarter of the way through.
Yeah.
I remember that for me is when I finally started like
Caring.
Yeah, like the first probably everything before that I was like, what? Well, this doesn't feel the same. What is wrong with me? Why don't I like this as much? But then when that happened, let's go.
Yeah. I didn't know that I couldn't damage that guy like whatsoever. So I was like, nah, I'm shooting every arrow that I have.
Dude, it's just like you're just like in Jedi Fallen Order at the end.
It really
And the
was.
boss,
Yeah.
big
I did
idiot.
everything I could, and they were just
He's
like,
like,
"Nah,
I'm gonna destroy you.
no, you're not.
Nope. No, you're not.
You're
You're
gonna
not
hold
do
this
nothing,
L."
fool.
That's what you
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll continue playing that. I've been dabbling a little bit with my computer games. I've been playing, what was it? A little bit of Tim Swarm. You know what that is?
Nope.
No.
Tims are like Pokemon. So it's like I don't know if you would call it a bullet hell, but it's kind of like it's just a swarm game. It's one of those
It's a swarm game.
Vampire Survivors.
I still don't know. Oh, okay.
It's basically Vampire Survivors, but instead of you being like one of the hunter people, you're a Tim.
Pokemon.
Yeah.
You're a
Yeah.
Tim.
Yep.
Interesting.
And you get like
Stupid
certain
name, but
roles
okay.
and everything. Or you can get like certain power-ups and stuff to make your attacks last longer, or the cooldowns go by
Cool,
quicker.
faster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's basically just like Vampire Survivors, but it's like 3D and it's cute little monsters.
Okay.
Played a little bit of that. That was fun. I haven't played Need for Speed in like a week, but that's just because I haven't really honestly played very much of a whole lot of stuff. It's mostly just been kind of sporadic.
How's the Switch doing? Is it plugged in? Is it on? Is it
somewhere
working?
in this house? It's somewhere in the house. I think it's in my book bag upstairs. So I did charge it though. So I will
Step in the right direction, I guess.
Yeah, I will pick it up at some point.
You will complete a run before I complete 50?
No, probably not.
Disappointed.
Probably won't. I will try though.
Heard that before.
I said I'm gonna try. Look, I'm not a pro gamer like you. Okay.
Oh yeah.
What else did I do? I did something else with gaming, but I don't remember what it was. It must not be important.
Enough.
I did watch. What? Go ahead.
Real quick, I didn't cover God Life.
Oh yeah, you did not.
Were you gonna cover God Life after you cover whatever you're gonna say?
Yes.
All right, let's cover God Life together. So continue.
Okay. Finishing out Fake Life is not a ton. I watched season 3 of Marvel's What If.
Oh
yes,
it was good.
I did too.
Lucas,
actually,
have you watched it? You did?
Yes.
It was real good.
I definitely liked it better than season 2. I still don't like it better than season 1. Season 1 is still
yeah.
But man, the way 2 connected to 1 was cool, but the way 3 connected to 1, I was like, let's
Yeah.
I was scared. When they proposed what they were gonna do, I was like, you guys are gonna all die. You're crazy.
Yeah.
It was great.
That was awesome.
It was so good.
That was awesome. God, I feel like I watched something else. Probably Wicked another
Some
3 times.
Anime show?
Maybe.
Like Punch
I
to
may
the
have
Throat
watched an
Man?
anime.
Jumpin' Jack Flash Man?
Jumping
Jimmy
Jack
John?
Flash.
Jimmy Crack Corn and I Don't Care Man? I don't know. Just making it weird.
No, actually, yeah, I did watch a little bit of Trigun Stampede. I'm still trying to. I want to finish it just because I started.
I want you to finish it too.
You
You
shut
play
up.
Hades.
Is that the whole title? Feels like it's too short.
Yeah, it's a remake of
actually-
the original Trigun, which came out in like I want to say it was either late 80s, early 90s. Great anime. But then they remade it and it's kind of like shell shaded like how like the Dragon Ball Z games are now, where it's got that kind of look. So it looks
Cool.
great. Story is still kind of the same story. I don't know. I'm just taking my time with it and trying to digest and understand it. I think that might have been it. I swear I watched another movie. I told you I watched Twisters, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I did watch Twisters. I think it was something else. I feel like there was another movie that I watched. I can't remember. It must not have been important enough for me to remember.
Just because you watch
You gotta
so
write
much
these
Wicked.
things down.
I do.
Yeah,
Like,
you gotta take pictures, write it down.
Yeah, I need to start taking pictures, I guess, writing stuff down.
Patrick, have
memory's
you
gone.
written down any more reviews in your book?
No, but I'm my book is for newer movies. So I watch like the Indiana Jones movies, and
I was about to say you didn't say
put
you didn't say
No,
last
no, I
time
didn't-
that you wrote anything for this.
I didn't put them in there. This is only for new movies I haven't seen before.
Okay.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of feel like you could do, since you watched all the movies, you could do like a Indiana Jones complete saga review.
Oh, I guess
think that
I
would
guess
be-
I could. So I
You could do
know
that.
which one. That's it's easy to remember those. Because Indiana Jones, I've watched so many times.
It's great.
It
love
is.
Indiana
It's
Jones.
so good.
You know what? Just to put a little, not putting a pin in what you're going to say, but
You're
just a little, I don't know what to call it. Like, slip that in there. We watched the, I recommend, I don't, slide into the
What
DM.
was that noise?
Yeah, sliding in the
What?
DM. Sorry,
I don't know. I'm making noises. I don't even know where they come from. But on Disney Plus, there is a documentary on John Williams. I think it's This Is John Williams or The Life of John Williams.
Hmm.
I cannot recommend it enough. Watch it. Watch it with anybody who's watched any of the, like, it brought tears to my eyes, like listening to his journey from the beginning until the current status. There's no end right now because he's still alive. He's still making stuff. He's still doing his thing. But I mean, it blows your mind. All the music, the iconic music, not just the ones we know about with like Superman, E.T., Star Wars, Indiana Jones, Harry Potter. There's so many theme songs that he's made. And we know that some of them, you know, you sing them and you're like, wait, it kind of sounds like this one sounds like that one. But for the most part, they are so distinct and special. But there are other things that he made, like the Olympic fanfare song, you know, like the main theme for the Olympics. Like,
Really?
Yeah.
He made that. Like, he's the brainchild behind that song.
Dun, something like that.
Yeah, whatever that is. Yeah, that one. I can't remember what it is in this moment, but he made it. Like, he got a big award for it, like an Emmy or something for the back in the
Yeah, I mean,
70s.
and
when
if
he
you see
made
the
it.
name John Williams, you know it's going to be good. Whatever you're
But
watching,
dude,
whatever. Yeah.
That's
there were
fair.
so many songs we were like, John Williams made that too? Like, the Homeboys made pretty much 80% of the epic music.
Genius.
Or people who make music, they base it off of John Williams. Like, it's just like, he is a musical genius.
Yeah.
And we watched that. It's like an hour, 15 minutes. But most of it is just listening to his music. And it just makes you smile and makes you happy. And it made me, there are a couple times I was just shed a tear because I was like, he's such a nice man. Like, he's not, as much as he's been in, you know, the business, and he is just a sweet soul. And you just hear him interview, and he's like this little grandpa that's just like, hey,
How old is he
person's
now?
telling a story. He's 92, I think.
An old
92,
person
93.
telling a story.
Yeah, the old person's telling a story. Everybody gather around. Except he's got like a piano or an instrument with him, and you just listen to him play, and it's like, but just being there when they tell the stories about like Steven Spielberg told multiple stories of when John Williams played the theme song for like Jaws or the theme song for trying to think Close Encounters or whatever. And just them relaying like the birth of these songs that for us are like etched in our memories. Like we can't imagine life without these songs. It's really cool. Like, it's just cool to experience.
He is 92.
That journey.
Good
Yeah,
grief.
he is. You thought I was lying? I know
I
I'm not
did,
Mark,
but
but
he
I got
looks-
some facts.
He looks pretty good for 92, man.
He's pretty spry for a 92-year-old. I hope I'm that spry. But
Me too.
man, I got recommended Disney Plus or Novacell now, however you want to watch it. It's like This Is John Williams or John. I don't remember what it's called, but it's something.
I'm all
with
about
John
those
Williams.
documentaries. So yeah,
Watch it.
Who do you
Because
think
it's pretty
is going
much
to
just listening to his
replace
music.
John Williams once he is gone?
Who?
what do you mean?
Like
Like
who
the best alive?
as like the best, or
Nobody
I
can
mean, no
replace
one's
him.
gonna get up to his caliber.
I
But
don't know.
Hans Zimmer.
You think
I feel
Zimmer?
like the people that are his contemporaries, it's too late. It has to be a younger person. What about
I was gonna say like maybe
Lin-Manuel Miranda?
Lin-Manuel.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe
I could see.
Lin-Manuel.
I won't see him taking over, but I know that every time he writes a song for a movie, one, it's easy to identify that it's Lin-Manuel Miranda, but two,
Yeah.
it's always fun. Like, it's always got a flair to it that it's fun to listen to. We haven't watched Moana 2 yet, but I'm interested to see how that feels without Lin-Manuel
It's not the
in
same.
it.
Spoiler.
it's not the
It's no.
That's what you
It's
guys said
no.
last time, but I'm gonna judge. Let me
I'll
judge.
rate it no.
You rate it no out of nose. So, anyways, yeah, I recommend
Yeah.
that. So, Patrick, you can continue if you want to rate Indiana Jones quadrilogy, and Ryan, you can go back to maybe you remember that movie you forgot about.
No,
Or if you can go to God Life.
It's probably just something on Disney that my kids just turned on, and I just
Yeah.
sat there and watched because I'm dad and I don't have anything to do.
It's fair. So how about God Life?
God Life is it's good. I feel like I'm in a good spot now. I've started to pretty much just delete all the social media apps from my phone. I spend a lot of time on like Reddit and Instagram and stuff. And like last week, I was just like, I'm just wasting too much time on this. I need to not waste so much time just doom scrolling random Reddit posts and
Yeah.
spend time with Jesus. So deleted
Amen.
it.
Nice.
And I've been going through the word stuff and like listening to it multiple times and going through my Bible plan that I'm doing with my brother. I think I might end up doing another like supplementary thing to go along. But I've just been actually like doing the daily refresh. As dumb as that sounds, like I've never completely done that daily refresh all the time.
I love it. I've been doing it for so long.
I think
now.
I'm like 8 or 9 days consistent with it now, and like
Nice.
man, it definitely brightens the mood. Definitely brightens my mood.
Yeah, keep that up. That's great.
Yeah. And then this past Sunday, we did have service, but our first service was canceled because it was still like super cold.
The weather
in the morning.
Yeah.
Everything that thawed out refroze and roads were still kind of iffy. So we did one service and it was at like 11:15. I think it was our 11 o'clock service. And it was really good. I really enjoyed it. I got to sing probably my favorite song currently. It's called Promises. It's by Maverick City Music. And I mean, I'm no Joel Barnes. The the female that sang with me is not Naomi Rain, but like we did, I told her like when we got to practice, I was like, just do it your way, do it your way, because I'm doing it my way. We're not trying to sound like the record. This isn't about the record. This isn't trying to make yourself sound good. We're singing to God right now. We're here to
Yeah.
worship.
Yeah.
So honestly, once I started singing that song, I couldn't tell you what happened. I by the end of that song, I was back in my body, but I don't know where I was for that entire song. I was worshiping.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, I love that song. So I connect a lot more spiritually with music than I do most like preaching messages and stuff like that. Not to say
Right.
that there aren't some good messages, because even this past Sunday's message was good, but like my brain just thinks in music. So like there was some of the things that the pastor was saying, and I was like, and I immediately could think of like 3 songs, like, oh, we could have done this song to go along with the set of what he said in the message. Like,
Yeah.
because this would have, I felt like that would have built onto it. But yeah,
Yeah.
that's just how my brain works.
Right.
But it was, yeah. God life right now is good. I feel like I'm. I don't know if y'all listened to Justin's message in Through the Word, because he's in Numbers now, but he talked about like the first chapter of Numbers. It's like Chris is saying, like going through a dry season, like because the book is dry because it's Numbers, but Justin feels like he's going through a dry season right now where he's not. He doesn't feel like he's as close to God as he normally is, and it's okay to be in those dry spells, because that's where you learn to listen and slow down and trust. So I don't feel like I'm in a dry season currently. I feel like I'm on the mountaintop right now, and I know that, but it could change at any point. So I'm just living in the moment and trying to just.
It's funny, just to go along with what you're saying,
Yeah.
Ryan. It's really funny when, and funny is not the right word. It's actually, I find it to be a God thing, that when sometimes when you're reading or meditating, how it lines up with real life. For example, this calendar year, one new Bible plan I started was the Bible recap, and I'm doing that with Ryan Straube and my buddy Tom in West Virginia. And it's a chronological Bible. And so it gives you the first 11 chapters of Genesis, and then it jumps in, and you got the 40 some chapters of Job. And right around,
So that's the one that my mom is doing then too, because
that's
she
the
was
one your
talking
mom
about
and your
that.
people at your church are doing. Yeah. And so I've been in the thick of Job, and the timing of Job could not be more perfect, because I feel like God just like totally said, hey, you see my servant Lucas? I'm going to give him every sickness he can have in the United States while he's here. And he's gonna love it. He's gonna follow me. And I tell you what, that's been my anchor, is been reading the word. Like I said, I have gamed a lot. And I've been trying to recoup, hang out with family. But every morning I don't break away from the word until I get everything in that I want to and plan to. Right now, last year's plan and this year's plan are overlapping. And so I'm just doing like a little bit of each. I'm keeping up with it, because it's not actually what I was doing last year. I was working in chunks. And so like Saturdays, I would do 3 or 4 days worth of Bible reading in a day, plus extra stuff like supplemental along with it. So I didn't strip it down, but now I've broken it up into smaller chunks, and then doing the regular plan with the Bible recap. And it's all just matching up so beautifully. Just the way in which there's a story I read. About it's a crazy story, and it feels like a judge's story, but it was actually in Kings. I think in First Kings, and it's right before Elijah comes on the scene, and they have like these prophets and these priests that are nameless. Like they don't give them names. They just say there's this old priest or no, there was this priest who God had told him, "Don't eat, don't drink."
Oh yeah.
tell
I
you.
remember that one.
And then an old prophet's like, he's like, it doesn't say it
He-
at first, but he's like, I'm gonna test this priest, and he's gonna be like,
Mhm.
God
Come to
told
my
you that.
house
Well,
and
God
have dinner.
told
And,
me,
yeah.
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 He said, God told me to come to my house and eat. And then
Uh-huh.
the guy comes to his house and eats, and then the old prophet's like, you broke your vow, and it's like, dude, you just fed him.
Yeah,
Like, you
that
fucked
story,
him.
like those stories like that, I'm like, why though? Like, why did you? Why were you doing that?
Yeah, it seemed like almost like a, what is that, entrapment or whatever.
Yeah,
Like
like my man was
but
doing what God told him
he
to do, and then
yeah,
like he
because
was,
just like a paragraph before, the king had tried to get him to come eat. He's like,
Mhm.
no, God said
he's
don't
like,
eat.
no, God told me not to eat or take anything from you. I'm going back to my country, and then he
Yeah.
goes back, and he's like,
And
that old guy's like, come on, come stay with
come
me.
on, God told me you could eat. Go ahead. And I'm like, man, that is dirty.
Psych, he lied. Why you eat?
Yeah.
Now when you go outside, a lion gonna eat you.
Yeah. And then he gets, well, it's so funny how they tell the story. Like a lion maims him, kills him.
And then
And
the
then it
lion's
says-
just standing there.
Yeah, the lion's standing there. The guy's donkey is standing there next to the lion, and the dead body is there. And then
Yep.
the old prophet is like, oh, kind of bad. So he goes and gets the body and buries him. It's like, well, I guess that's nice of you.
Yeah.
Look what you did. So, but it's just stuff like that really, I don't know. It just really spoke to me about, like, in this past year, what are some of the things that God really put on my heart to focus on. And I wouldn't say I'd lost my way, but I've been in the US, I've been on vacation. You get kind of in vacation mode, and now we're
Mhm.
headed back to life reality. And it's like, okay, we got to get back to the daily, not the daily grind. Like, I'm not enjoying what I'm doing, but the
Mhm.
daily like battle of, like, what have I been focusing on? I've been focusing on, hey, let's go to Walmart. Hey, let's go to Long John Silver's. Hey, let's play some video games. Like, I've been living more fake life, God life in the morning, fake life during the day, real life in terms of being around family, but I've been sick. So it's been
Right.
messing with everything. But in the
I
midst
wouldn't
of it,
say
God's
it's
been
still
good.
like, even still, I wouldn't call that like fake life. Like that could still be God life because God wants us to be in
No,
community.
for sure. Yeah. It's true. It's been really hard to, outside of the time with God, it's been really hard to do the
Like,
living it out when
mhm.
you're sick and dead. And
Yeah.
so, but God is good and patient and kind with us. And even when we're faithless, he is faithful. So
Amen.
I'm going to continue to keep seeking him, and I'm glad to be seeking him with you guys through the word, in the Bible app,
Mhm.
in life. So, yeah.
Well, that's it for me, Mr.
And that's really it for me. Patrick, last but not least.
Actually, this is it for me. This is my last Girl Scout cookie that I bought last year.
Oh, pour one out for the Girl Scout cookies. They're coming back.
Yep.
I think it's close for them to be coming back around. It's like getting that time. So like this
So
is
you take a
legitimately
break?
like my last one. What that usually happens is I buy 1 or 2 cases a year of these
live off of
particular
that.
ones.
Yeah.
But if they go up to $6, I can't do that. I can't. It's too much.
I don't know.
So-
You just as you're eating it, you're like, you're not gonna have it for like 2 months, and you're gonna get that 1 to 2
Just about.
cases. it's worth it.
I mean, I will definitely miss them. But
Which ones
I
are
don't-
they?
these are just the peppermint, or not, excuse me, not peppermint.
The
Peanut butter
Tor
sandwiches.
foils or something like that.
No, just peanut butter sandwiches.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah,
All right.
nothing
You
crazy.
got a little on your beard there.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
That's how you feel all the
Yeah.
time.
All the time.
Lucas
Y'all aren't
knows
gonna
all
say
about it.
nothing either. Y'all are gonna let me walk be at the end of this podcast. Freaking pizza
I wasn't gonna say
Peanut
anything. Just
jerks.
let you figure it out. Let you get an extra snack there in like 30 minutes. Like,
Oh my
ooh,
God.
I still have one more piece. Yay!
I'd be looking at the camera and be like, God dog it.
For me, real life, I mean, we had 11 inches of snow this past week. So there
Ooh, that
wasn't
is
a
real.
lot of there wasn't a lot of stuff to do, especially when you're snowed in for 2 days. The kids were supposed to go back to school on Monday. They were off on Monday, and then still too much snow that there was so much snow that they couldn't, plow all the places enough to be able to go anywhere. So they were off Tuesday, and then they went to school Wednesday and Thursday, and then we're expecting to get another 3 inches, which was what we got on Friday. So it was supposed to like dump around lunchtime, so they just called school like all day. Like they didn't go half day. They didn't go till 11 and then go home. Like no, that would have been a nightmare for parents. So they just called it the
Say
entire
forget it.
day.
3-day weekend.
Yeah, just whatever. So that means as the dad, that is up to me that I need. And with Clark, I mean, he is worthless with snow, with shoveling snow. Like, I mean, that's just whatever. So it was all up to me.
I
And
feel
I
your
gotta tell
pain
you,
because it's hard to get Kingston to do
I
almost
mean, you
anything.
just do the stairs. That's all I need you to do. Like I will finish the entire driveway by the time you're done with those stairs.
Yeah.
So I shoveled, and I was like, I got to do this all myself. And so I got out there on Saturday morning, had my multivitamin, and I just got ready, and I was about to head outside. My wife's like, "Are you ready to eat? Are you going to eat first before you go out there?" I was like, "No. If I eat, I'm just going to feel not as energetic. I just got to go out there right now." And so I was like, "How am I going to tackle this?" And so I cut it off in like 3 different chunks. I'm like, "Okay, I'm going to do this part," and it's like accomplished. I'm going to do this part, accomplished, and then I'm going to do this part, accomplished. So I'm like, okay, so I'm going to small wins as I go through. And I got done, and I looked back at what I did, and I was like, I've had a huge like proud moment. I was like, this is probably the best job I've ever done in the snow. Like I had the
Nice.
salt out. I had I had 2 different shovels. One is like more of our snow shovel. I don't know if if you have one of these shovels, but it's a 2-handle shovel. So you're not like, you don't have to bend down, so your back doesn't hurt as much. So you're holding it with two different hands and then shoveling. It's a lot easier to shovel with these. And it's like,
Hmm.
so you have
I've
like
seen
your
them, but I
normal
haven't used
your
one.
normal shovel that is like, just straight up. And then
Mhm.
so this is your shovel. And then like right in front of it is another handle.
Oh, I know which
So
handle.
you're
Yep,
holding it
I
kind
know
of
which one you're talking about.
like a
Yeah.
chainsaw kind of thing. You
Yes.
have the
Yes.
2
I know
handles.
exactly which one you're talking about. That shovel
And
is awesome.
yeah, it's a great shovel. So that's like the snow shovel. And then we have like a shovel from like the 70s that it's like straight steel. Like
Oh
it
man.
is awesome for the ice. So I got out there, and about an hour and a half later, like I mean, I took a couple breaks in there because this was some
You had to.
heavy snow. But I looked back, and I was just, it was like after you're done cutting the lawn and you get in the living room and you just look at the work you did. Like that's what I did after I was done. I was
Nice.
looking at the driveway, like, yeah. I went into my daughter's bedroom, and she's like, "What are you doing in here?" I just look out the window at the driveway. I'm like, "Yes, I did that."
I did that. Look at that. Look at that, Claire.
Yeah, it was really good. But yeah, I mean, like outside of that, in the real life, I mean, it's because I've been a little bit sick. We haven't really gone anywhere and done anything outside of going to Lon John Silver's and the video game store with Lucas. And Lucas, you didn't talk about the used video game store. This place was incredible. There were
It was a
so
good place.
many things. All the video game like systems, games. I mean, down from like Atari games all the way to PS5. Like every single generation of games was here. They had all kinds of like posters and Pokemon cards, systems, games, DVDs, VHS.
And
CDs.
it was like treasure hunting because there were at least 3 sections of PlayStation 2 games. You were like, "Oh,
You're
more,
like, oh, more
PlayStation 2 games." Okay.
And then there's bins that you walk past, or like just games were just thrown in there like a grab bag of games. So yeah, it was a very, very good find.
Yeah, it
My
was.
son was like, "Are we gonna come back here?" I was like, "It's a 2-hour drive to this used game store. If we're ever up here again, yes, we'll come back."
Yeah, I'll meet you there. We'll
Yeah,
meet
it
you
was
there.
good.
We can
It
meet.
was
We
a
can
good
make
spot.
it of every visit. We'll just go to Long John's and Video Game Express.
Well, let's go to a different Long John's. Let's try to find
That's
a
fine.
like a solo
We
Long
find a different
John's.
one. There's got to
Not
be
not a
one in the area.
Wait,
Yeah.
didn't you say the one near you closed?
Near me?
Yeah, didn't that one
N-
close?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, Patrick keeps
The-
that one business. That one stays open because of him.
Yeah, I need to take Lucas to that one because that one's my
Yeah.
favorite. It's got all the Long John's flair, like I was telling him, like when you walk out the door,
Dude,
there's
I
a
have
little bell that you can
nostalgia.
ring and
Like
stuff.
I have memories of the Long John, like the old Long John Silvers with the ropes everywhere and the paraphernalia on the walls. Like
Yeah.
it looked like you were in a pirate ship.
Yeah.
Like
There's a ship's wheel
Yeah.
on the
See,
wall
we
and
didn't
everything.
have Long John
Yep.
Silvers like that. We had like Captain D's, and that's
I
what
remember that too.
Oh yeah, there's no Captain
That's like a
D's around
restaurant,
here.
isn't it?
Long John
That's
Silver's
like a real restaurant. Long
Yeah.
John
I
Silver's.
mean, it was still
They-
kind
they
of like
absorbed
fast
the Captain
food like
D's.
that, though. Like, I think there used to be a Long John Silver's around us in like Burlington, but like
No, we
for
had
us
to
it was
go out
Captain
of our
D's.
way.
Like, you go to Captain D's.
Yeah.
Get
Long John Silver's
Old
just not off the
Kevin
highway. Like you have to go in the town like 3 miles in to find the Long Johns.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
Yeah.
In Fake Life, I watched a couple things this past week. I watched the George A. Romero's Resident Evil documentary, and I had never known this, but George A. Romero was the director that was on for the Resident Evil movie, and apparently there were creative differences that got him kicked off of the project, which brought in what was his name, Wes Anderson directed the Resident Evil franchise going forward. But it was the story of how Resident Evil was created, all of the games that led up to this, all the back dealings, and like George A. Romero directed like a Japanese Resident Evil video game live set commercial that was like millions of dollars
you said a
to
lot of words
to put together. Yeah. I don't know. Like, I don't even know. Like, I've never seen it before. It was just a commercial, live action commercial for Resident Evil that George A. Romero directed. And so, but he was supposed to go on to make the movies, and he never did. And so it was a lot of the script that he had written that had finally been released. And so I'm like, man, this would have been an incredible movie based off of the game, because one of the things about the Resident Evil movie, it's not, I mean, it has the same name as the game, but it doesn't follow the game at all.
No.
which was a big letdown. And what Wes Anderson says is, it's like you already know what's going to happen in the games. I'm not going to create the same thing in the movies. But that's what people want. That's what the fans want.
They want.
That's why Last of Us was so good. You know, that's why it was
that's
getting
why
all those
Halo
awards.
was so bad.
Exactly. It's like, no, they want the games in real life.
I want Halo in my
Yes!
Halo TV show.
Yeah, give me the Halo. Don't give me bare
Don't
butts.
give me Master Cheeks with his butt hanging out in every scene.
No, nobody wanted that. That's why it got canceled. Oh man. So yeah, it was just like, it was cool to see it all and get a little backstory about Resident Evil, because it's one of my favorite franchises. And so when that documentary came out, now there are rumors that the Resident Evil 1 game is finally going to get a remake, because they did Resident Evil 2 and 3. I don't know why they skipped 1. I mean, they remastered it for PS3 or PS4, but they never remade it. And
Do you think maybe they had to like reacquire assets or something from it?
I have no idea, but that's it's a backwards way of doing it. But I am ready. if they wanna throw that out there, because they did a great job with Resident Evil 2 and 3. And I talked about this what was it, last week or 2 weeks ago? Resident Evil 3 was the most annoying villain for me, and I never wanted to play it. When the 3 remake came out, much better. I was able to get through Resident Evil 3 remake because it wasn't as obnoxious. But yeah, so that was like $4 on Google. And so I was like, one of those things where I'm like, I'm not going to no sell now this one because I love the Resident Evil thing. I want to push this along. So, and then, so last week I had talked about the Young Indiana Jones show that I wanted to watch, and Thrift Dude Will Erskine on our Discord, he had sent me a private message. He's like, hey, I have them all. Here's the link to all the episodes. And I was like, let's go.
Really?
Let's
Nice.
go. So I downloaded them, and it's weird. Like, I could watch it on my laptop, but I wanted to stream it to my TV. And whenever I stream something, it just connects straight to my TV. But my TV wouldn't. I don't know what it was, but it wouldn't connect to it, and it said the video couldn't be played on it. But I casted it to my Xbox, and it worked. I don't know what the difference is, but the Xbox opens the movies and TV app, and it played. So I don't know.
Whatever works.
Whatever works. So the first episode, 2 hours. I'm like, are all episodes this long? And yes, all the episodes are 2 hours long.
Really?
What?
It's
really?
So
I don't remember
so
that.
long.
I don't remember that either.
No, they're like
this is gonna take you forever.
Full-length TV movies. Like, it's
Jeez Louise.
the first episode was like a 6-7-year-old Indiana Jones, and he gets kidnapped. I'm like, ugh, I hate these kidnapping type of storylines. So, and it wasn't Indiana Jones at all. I mean, he's 6 or 7, but it was cool because it gives a origin story for Indiana Jones. It shows him like as a baby, and then as he's grown up, and how he learns all of the languages that he knows. Because if you watch the Indiana Jones movie, which I recently did, he knows a ton of languages.
Oh yeah,
and he was on his like first or second trip, and he met someone, and someone says, when you are on these trips, make sure you learn the language for the place you're in. And so it's him going through and learning, and as he meets someone new, like a young kid or whoever it is, he starts to learn that language. When he's 6, 7, 10 years old, there's only so much, but he does such a good job of learning that language, which kind of gives credence to Indiana Jones being able to speak all these different languages. So that's really cool. He has like his own tutor that she's like makes him read all these books, but not just read the books, but actually get out there and learn the culture, not just from books. So it's cool to see, and I love origin stories anyways, so it's cool to see all this. But I'm like, can we get to when he's older? Because it's just like
slightly older, please.
Like he's like the second half of the second episode, he meets Pablo Picasso, and him learning about art from Pablo Picasso was awesome. Like, I was smiling as this was happening. But then again, he goes off and goes to a party with Pablo Picasso, and then his family is like, no, where is he? Let's get the police involved because he's not home yet. It's just like, can we just get him older already so we don't have to worry about this part? But yeah, it's been fun so far ish. Like, I'm like
fun-ish
because it's like there are parts where I'm like, this is boring. I'm on my phone doom scrolling while it's playing. And then but when the Pablo Picasso came on, I'm like, this is a good 40 minutes. This is really good. I haven't gone to episode 3, but like episode 1, he was like 6, 7. Episode 2, he was 10. So I'm hoping they continue to get him older as the series goes
Yeah,
on.
I feel like when I watched it the most, he was in like college, high school age. So
I'm hoping that like
you'll get there.
maybe he in the next episode, maybe he'll be a teenager, and then episode 4 is when he'll be in high school and so forth. And then once he gets to the
I
college
might need
age,
you to share that link with me because I straight up don't remember him being a baby. I thought all of them started like how it or all of them were like his age, like with the
Crusade, Last
start of the
Crusade.
Last Crusade. Yeah, like
No.
that age.
No, yeah, it's
God,
neat because they're on. It's not every time. I think maybe of the 2 episodes, he's gone to 4 different places, and only one place was like a Indiana Jones like artifact finding kind of thing. But even that was kind of lame and annoying because it wasn't him, but also his dad is a young Sean Connery. So that's really, really cool. He's got that Scottish accent and all that. So I'm having a good time so far. I'm going to continue it. I just want to have to be older. On the gaming side, I have pretty much been playing Marvel Rivals. That's all I've been playing. I haven't gone back to Indiana Jones and the Great Circle
Scarlet
yet.
Witch main is what you said.
Yes, I have a
How
Scarlet
about that
Witch main.
Witch?
She is so much fun. Last night I tried all some different characters. I was Venom. I tried Penny Parker, Squirrel Girl. Squirrel Girl was fun, man.
Squirrel Girl looks fun.
Throwing her acorns, yeah, it's with her slingshot.
So
Yeah.
stupid.
Yeah,
But like, what else would she do? Like,
I
throw
don't know.
squirrels? Like, I know her
Yeah,
ult
throw
is like a
squirrels at
wave
babies.
of squirrels.
Yes, it is. Yeah,
So stupid.
a bunch of squirrels just running across the map.
But it's funny and it fits. That's what it's
Yeah.
supposed to be.
No, it's really fun. It's straight up Overwatch. But at first I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna like this, but man, it's got its hooks in me right now.
Maybe I just
So-
need to play with you so you could teach me how to play because I know nothing about Overwatch.
Yeah, I mean
Or
it's
like
really
that style of game.
it's really easy to pick up because I mean when you're in the menu, you can hit triangle and just look at all the powers. When you're in the match, you can press up on the D-pad, just look at the powers. I was Penny Parker. I had no idea what I was doing. I was just pressing all the buttons like Lucas and I were playing a Dragon Ball Z
That's what I'm
fighter.
talking
Like
about. That's that kind of game right there.
and I was having a blast. I was like, I don't know what's going on, but I'm doing good. Yeah, I'm gonna have a good time with that. And then in God Life, this past Sunday, I was serving in our children's ministry in our grow zone for our first grade through 5th grade. This is my month to be there. I'm on 1 month on, 1 month off. And this Sunday, we had the most kids we have ever had. And I've been in the grow zone for 4 years now. And we had to get out all the chairs. Like usually we have like 2, 3, 4 stacks of chairs that are just over there waiting for a day like this one. And we got all the chairs out and they just kept coming. Like we have 2 sections, one on the left, one on the right. And that is like, I don't know, maybe 30 kids. And so we had to get out more chairs and we had about 50 kids this time.
Wow.
And they were like we had no more room, so like some of them were sitting behind the air hockey table, they were off to the side, but it was so much. So that was really cool to see all the kids in there. I don't know if it was because I think it has something to do with it being the first Sunday of the year.
Yep.
Because the last Sunday was we were getting a whole bunch of snow, so not a lot of people went. And this was, I would say, like the first Sunday of the year where people have like their resolutions or they want to get back into church or all that stuff. So they brought a whole bunch of kids and new people we haven't seen before, new kids. And it was really cool to see all the kids. And when I'm serving and I'm with the kids, I don't necessarily know how much of an impact that I have on these kids. I don't have reviews from the kids. I don't have no one's asking the kids
You should totally pull out a tablet and be like, "Hey, how was your experience today?" Just hold it up.
Can you just rate me real quick? This takes less than a minute. Just hit these.
And there are times where kids will pull me and they're like, "Can you sit with me today? Can you sit with me today?" And I'm like, "Okay, yeah, for sure. That's cool." And then today or on Sunday, we had a part of the message we were talking about is I believe that God talks to me. And so but all of the leaders, there was like 8 of us, and we were out in the other room, and our job was to get on the microphone and say, I believe that God talks to me. And all the kids were supposed to say who they thought that was saying it. And so there were a couple people, they would say something, you could kind of hear, so the kids talking. But when I got up there and I said, I believe that God talks to me, it felt like the entire room was like, "That's Patrick." And
Nice.
it was like it was one of those moments like maybe I am making an impact, as small or big as it is. At least that gave me some sort of, I don't know, affirmation that maybe I am.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And it felt kind of good because the kids are just running around playing, and when I'm sitting there and after the message we do small group time and I do the 5th graders, when I sat down, and usually they're rambunctious, but they were all like intentively listening to me kind of recapping the message and asking questions, and it was just one of those days that just felt really, really good
Mm,
to be
nice.
there and feel like I am making an impact. So yeah, it was good.
Patrick, you actually just reminded me of something that happened not super long ago. Um, I went and volunteered singing at another church. Like my worship pastor was like, "Dude, I got somebody who needs somebody for this Sunday at a different church. Like, you down? Because I don't think you're serving with us this weekend." I was like, "Yeah, sure, I don't care."
Mhm.
And the youth pastor that they just got, honestly, dude, like you and him could be brothers. Like the hair, the face,
Twinsies.
like
Yeah.
I was like, dude, this guy reminds me so much of Patrick. And like he saying the same things, man. He loves it over here. Um he got, man, like y'all remind me a lot of each other. Like,
Nice.
so
That's cool.
I think you're I mean, I don't know how you are with your kids at your thing, but like you have to have a big heart in order to do that. And my heart is small because I
Yeah.
can't. I
I gotta tell you,
can't.
it's not for everyone.
Oh, I
You know,
tried. I tried. I think my wife tried, and she was a nanny, and she was like, "Man, just others people's kids, like they don't know what they're doing."
no, and that's hard sometimes. Like, one, you're at church.
Right? You
2,
can't
they're
set
not
your
your
child up at
kids.
church.
Like, where is the line? I want to
Yeah.
stay as far off the line as I can
Yeah.
because I don't. Yeah. So because I'm far off the line, like I try to have fun. When we're up there, when there's worship time and the kids are dancing, like I'm dancing and I'm trying to get into the kids' faces, and
Yeah.
like there was a song about you had to act like a monkey, so I'm running around, just like I'm an ape, kind of thing, and it's goofing off,
Ape
so.
together.
Yeah.
Man.
All right. Well, that is it for us. How about you, dear joiners?
Yeah.
If you want to share what's new in your neck of the woods, let's do some housekeeping, shall we? Shall we? Shall we?
Sherry.
Where we offer you towels, fluff pillows, and topped with Andy's candies, and tip you off for the GMGU. I have no idea what I'm saying. On Twitter, Discord, Facebook, and
Oh, look at
Instagram,
that.
you can
That's the wrong
share
thing.
what's new
What?
with you.
That was the wrong one.
Make sure you
Oh!
share the right thing with us,
That was the
just like
script.
the folks here on Discord did.
Was that not Discord?
Did they?
Oh yeah, no, it looks like it. Okay, hold on. There it is.
Yeah, I get
Hold up.
There it is.
There is
My
one.
bad.
Where?
Let me,
I
I'll
don't
get
see
it. I'll
it.
get it
I
up
don't
there
see
here in a
anything.
second. I'll get it up there here in a second. I thought that I clicked on the right thing, but I did not. So yeah, that was my fault. I absolutely clicked on the script. I thought I did. I clicked on the script. All right. I think it starts right there. After you said I plagiarized your post, but you posted it in the wrong spot. So I was just fixing it for you.
Exactly. You weren't plagiarizing. You were fixing.
We've only been doing this for 6 years. I'm just still posting the wrong channel.
Yeah.
All right. Humar Whittle. Earl took some PTO for the past couple days. Nice. It has been great having time off, gearing up to running an in-person game of the Marvel Multiverse tabletop RPG this Saturday.
Ooh.
All right. Good
I
time.
call Black Panther. I mean, I
Iggle.
won't be there. But
Iggle.
Yeah, I was like, you're a liar.
Hold on. Iggle started Ghost of Tsushima on stream.
Tsushima.
It has been fun finally playing the game and getting ready for the sequel later in the year. Ghost of
Let's
Yote.
go.
Ghost of
Splig.
Tsushima.
New to
good
the
one.
Discord, Splig, but
Hey.
I've been
First
playing
time,
Marvel
long
Rivals
time.
with him, Tim, and Justin. That's our squad so far.
Perfecta.
Yeah. Just getting back in the swing of things post holiday, scratch that, snow day. Now we're getting back in the swing of things. We took one of the girls to the doctor and are looking to adjust her meds again. It's always the worst in transition, so gonna be bumpy for a month or so. Also, at Timmy P reminded me there's trophies in Marvel Rivals, so I'll likely be tanking my rank while I go for those.
Yeah, man, you got to choose your priorities. That's a good call.
And
Do it now
Splig,
because
just to let you know, you can get trophies while in practice mode. That is a
Ooh.
real thing. So
that is a
if you're
real
looking
deal.
to put it on easy mode,
Nice. Practice
get some
mode.
trophies over.
Uh-huh.
Timmy P says sorry to Splig for telling him about trophies. Timmy P says Earl, Vikings versus Rams tonight in a wild card shootout.
Update.
this just
Rams
in,
are beating. Yeah, this just in. Rams are beating the Vikings 17-3.
No,
in the-
come on.
Wait,
4.5 minutes left in the second quarter. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Come on, Timmy P.
I've
What
been
are
watching
your
and
Rams doing?
The Vikings
Just throw to Justin Jefferson. Let's
the
go.
Vikings are falling apart. It's been
no.
like interception, fumble, 3 and out, fumble,
Yikes.
interception. Like,
Yikes.
What?
great. it's not great.
Man,
Not great.
come on.
Uh,
All right. Well, hopefully the second half they make some adjustments and come
Yeah,
out.
he promised a
guns
shootout,
a-blazing.
so
Well, they're shooting
need
their
more
lights
shootout in
out.
the
Is
second
what's
half.
happening.
Yeah, the gun went off in their pants.
Yeah.
oh
Ah!
my. After
We
hours.
We- what?
What?
All right, let's
that
let's
turn out of the
let's-
skid. Turn out of the
let's
skid.
turn out of the skid or turn
No.
into the skid,
Go
whatever.
full into the skid, into the ditch, flip the car bursts into flames, garbage
Go
truck
big or
rides
go
by,
home.
catches on fire. That's how it works.
Oops, I grabbed my pants.
CVP goes on to say, we survived the holidays. Don't get into the food service business, kids. Wait, did I say that right? Don't
Yep.
get into
Yeah,
the
you
food
did.
service business, kids. I'm just saying business kids like it's like a hyphen.
Yeah.
The service business, the food service business,
Yes.
kids. If you want to relax between Thanksgiving and New Year's.
True that.
Iffle, Indiana
Yep.
Jones should be everyone's game of the year.
Goaty.
Nah, WWE. It's
get outta here.
so good. Marvel Rivals with
good.
Mike, Mark, Justin, and Patrick has been a great distraction from Fortnite. I haven't played Fortnite in like a month because of Marvel Rivals.
Crazy.
Eagle, I will get back through the word now that stuff has settled down a bit. Anyway, have a great
to
week.
it.
And Skull.
What's that mean?
Something about Vikings.
Something about the Vikings, I'm assuming.
Oh,
well,
because in Brazil, that's
they
a
need
beer.
to do a lot of
That's
Skull.
a beer. That's a beer in Brazil called Skull.
Here in America, it's like tobacco.
That's right. It is.
That
That is tobacco. I was like, we're not
like, why
endorsing
are we?
tobacco.
Oh, yep. I'm watching
Oh,
I'm
here we
watching
go.
the score.
Skull
They just did.
is a Viking war chant and greeting that means cheers or toast.
Okay.
Toast.
Okay.
Cheers.
Have a great
mate.
week and toast.
That's
Skull.
it for those. We
it.
did have
Yeah.
a request in live chat from a Mr. Robot Kirby
Oh, that's right.
who said for his 40th birthday, which is tomorrow,
Uh-huh.
he would like to request that Bones, Mr. Pastor Coach Ham, Galapagos, Ohio resident who is not here, dearly departed, and myself sing happy birthday to him. So here's what we're going to do.
Okay.
Lucas, you're going to go first, and you're going to
Okay.
sing happy birthday in Portuguese.
All right.
Go right ahead.
Parabéns pra você nessa data querida. Muitas felicidades, muitos anos de vida.
Beautiful.
Love it.
Patrick, I think you said you were going to sing in Spanish.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Yes, do it.
All right. Feliz cumpleaños a ti. Feliz cumpleaños a ti. Feliz cumpleaños a Robot Kirby. Feliz cumpleaños a ti.
Gorgeous. And then I will round it out with my own special rendition of the birthday song. Happy birthday. This song is very short.
No, that's it.
Nope,
Wow.
that's it. Nah, happy birthday, Robot Kirby.
Well done. Yes. Happy
Yeah.
birthday, buddy.
If you want the fourth part of that, you better.
If you
get
want the
headed to
fourth part, you
Galapagos.
have to subscribe to Mark's
pay for the-
OnlyFans because
pay for-
he's not here to defend himself.
What?
Galapagos
That's what he's been doing.
OnlyFans.
That's why he hasn't been on the podcast.
Yep.
He's over
Yeah.
there
Why do
ripping
you
in the
think that?
dough.
Look, he's got to pay for this bill somehow, and feet.
Oh,
Or
that's right. It's
feet funding.
It's misspelled. It's Galapagos OF, not OH.
Oh, that's what we should change it to. Can we force change his name?
Wow.
Is that possible? Can we force change his name?
I
The
don't
words of
know.
Mark. Good night, everybody.
He's not here to defend himself, so I get to
He's
say
not.
I want
He's
that.
dead. So
All
We
right.
love
Well,
you, Mark. Come back.
let's
to us.
turn into the skid again. All right.
Yep. We turned into
Uh-huh.
the
Well-
skid. The truck is on fire. Everything is in shambles. We're burning.
Yeah.
this
All right.
truck is on
Well,
fire.
that is Discord. But if you'd rather connect with us visually or spectatorily, there's YouTube, Twitch, where we have a plethora of other joiners who may or may not stream. So please come join Discord to find their links and check them out. Finally, on Patreon, our merch page, you can support and gear up with us. So click that one link to rule them all, either in our bio or the show notes, or you can type it out real quick. linktree.com/GMGpod. Of course, if you can't toss your attention or coin to your podcasters, but are still the giving type, please rate and review us on Apple Podcasts and Podchaser and Spotify. It helps us reach new joiners through stars, exclamation marks, and your feedback. So let your voice be heard, literally, if you prefer, at 929 GMG guys. Leave a voicemail. It's back, baby.
Yeah.
We had a short blip, but we were able to secure the rights again. That was a close one. It was a close one, guys.
And we didn't get anything, right? Because I didn't get a message or anything going to my phone.
No, but it works. Tested
Okay.
it out. It
We did
works.
test it, yeah.
We're good. You can call us 929-GMG guys. 929 good morning, guys.
Yes.
Alrighty then, Ryan, Lucas, along with you, our beloved friends, family, and joiners. Go get your good morning this week, and may God bless and guide your lives as you live, as you work, and as you game.
1, 2, 3, 4.